Hi, my name is Katherine Vallotton, and I have Asperger's syndrome as well as some ADD. There's a lot of challenges in having Asperger's. For instance, I have trouble understanding the nuances of workplace culture. I have difficulty reading between the lines and understanding things that are not said but implied. There's also a lot of positive benefits to having Asperger's, such as being extremely nerdy. For instance, I can tell you a lot about the Klingons in Star Trek, or a lot about Greek mythology. And but one of the challenges of having Asperger's is difficulty in finding employment. Many employers struggle to, or don't want to have to deal with a lot of the issues and problems that could arise from having somebody on the spectrum. For instance, what happens if you have a meltdown? How do they deal with that? And so it was very difficult for me, especially moving to a new area. I moved from Virginia to Newfoundland because of my husband's PhD. And it was a great deal of a struggle at first to find employment. And I didn't know what to do. I looked for several months on my own and had trouble finding somebody that was willing to hire me. I would certainly get interviews, but and employers that would seem to like me during the interviews and seem to think positively, but then it never resulted in a job. It never resulted in that and in getting my foot into the door and actually getting employed. And then my husband saw a flyer at Memorial University for CCRW. And he said that, hey, you might want to try these people. They said that they help spouses of students. And so I dropped by and I met some nice ladies who were able to help me with finding opportunities that might work. They also helped me with other ways, in other ways, like getting additional training. I've since been certified, thanks to their help, in food safety and first aid. And that really helped to boost and polish up my resume, so that rather than saying I know about first aid, I was able to say I am certified in first aid. And that's one of the things that I think really helps people with Asperger's, is being able to get that additional training, to being able to get the additional help. And eventually they sent me to a job, they sent me to several job fairs. And one in particular, the one for club demonstration services that works at Costco. I met the manager there, and he said that he was willing to give me a chance. I have now been employed since the middle of June, successfully, and I'm getting plenty of shifts. And as it turns out, my manager specifically goes out of his way to hire people who have challenges, because he says that it makes him a better boss. If he can hire and train us, he can train anybody. Some of the strategies that I think managers and advocates can use to help people with Asperger's is to help them find a place for two things. One, where clear direction is given. Never implied, given. Clear direction is a must. And two, the ability to ask as many questions as needed in order to do the job well. If these two things are met, I think a lot of employers and advocates would be far more able to help people find employment. And I think that far more people who are not just autistic, but on the spectrum in general, would find it easier. This concludes my presentation. Go forth and help. May the force be with you.